Hello, everyone. We're here. We're back. We're live. Hey, what's going on? Sorry for the late start. Um, Trying to get everything all in order here. I was working on updating some of the stuff within the community Discord, so kind of got a little distracted, but it's okay. We're here. We're gonna get started. I guess first things are in order. Happy Sunday. It was yesterday was a grand occasion. It was the 1st of October. It's the start of Spooky Month, and not only that, but it's also, for those who are in the military, you kind of know, it is the first of the month is the day that people get promoted. And today, or I guess yesterday, yesterday is was the day that my buddy Tommy got promoted. That's the dude that if you ever seen the Wednesday stream, the 3D prints that we were supporting on there, that team was for him, and so he just got promoted to gunnery sergeant. So congratulations, Tommy. Have fun being a gunny, like one of the most prestigious ones in the Marine Corps. We're gonna get painting here. Let's just jump right in. Damn it, I forgot my mouse. So congrats, Tommy. And let's get going. So, to the painting table. Ta-da. It's Lazy Sunday. We're talking about our backlogs here, and we painted the one guy, which we still need to do a base. I've been asking around other Discord communities to see, who or what should I put as a base for this guy. And I've gotten various different feedback, and I'm grateful for all of it. I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do, but for today, we are going to paint up another one of these guys. So that's what we're going to do. Now, we're going to do a different method in comparison to what we did for the first one, because I think there are some sort of color conflicts, shall we say, that I want to address in terms of, oh my goodness, what is going on here? My phone is blowing up. My sister is annoying me, but that's okay. Where is my sister in chat? Anyway, so one of the things I was looking at said model. Bam. We're gonna look at him for a second, and we're gonna look at the thing that I'm trying to replicate here. So, model hat. One of the things that I noticed between this one and this is that this desert camouflage pattern is a lot brighter in terms of just like more whites than there are really anything else. There's like a white, there's like a bone white, and then there's a muted white. Then we have a light brown and a dark brown. Those are like the four main colors, and trying to get this kind of muted grayish, light gray, bone white color, we're gonna try and do some experimentation. I'm thinking about just mixing. There's gonna be a lot of this, a lot of wraithbone, because it's gonna get toned down with some washes. Or we could even just use bone white. I think we might use bone white. That might be better. Yeah, I think we might do that. We'll do bone white and that will allow us to kind of get the color that we want to have this guy, or really this guy, match this. So I have my cover here as reference, and I have this guy to just kind of help out with where we put stuff. So let's get started. Now that I've kind of run my suck long enough, as we like to say. I have my lovely Artis Opus big old brush here. I'm going to get the dampening pad a little wet. And we're going to start painting. First thing we're going to do, we're going to have to get some of this bone white. Give it a good shake. Make sure that everything's all nice and mixed up. Got the Vortex mixer. Stand by for turbulence. Oh, I have a voice for radio? Thank you so much. I try. I mean, I don't know if I've ever said this on stream, but I have thought about getting into voice acting. It's just the whole Marine Corps stuff. Definitely the whole Marine Corps stuff is kind of gets in the way, but maybe after I'm done serving my illustrious terms of service. But who knows? Who knows? The future can only tell. Yeah, I know. PA Dutchman, hey, what's going on? And also, Slayer Legend is in chat, finally. Hey. Hoshi, how's it going? Thank God for my hands. I know, right? I can't be a hand model though. That's the one thing. I have passed that point of hand modeling. I have random scars in random places, so that my hand modeling career is done. But first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a nice, lovely base coat of, what is this? Dead white? No, bone white. Bone white from Vallejo Game Color. And we're just going to stipple this all on. And some of you might be thinking, why are you painting it bone white after you just primed it black? And I would say, good question. Because I didn't think about it that far. But if we want to think positively about what the hell we're doing, the best way is saying that, you know, things that I don't reach with this stippling paint job is going to just be black, which means it's going to be a shadow. And if it's going to be a shadow, then that means I really don't care about painting it at that point. It's going to be in a spot to where it's too deep and I don't care. And that's the thing about painting miniatures is, well, especially to a point where you're not trying to like win any awards, right? You're just painting something because it looks cool and you want to, ah, damn it. And you want to make something cool. It's also the problem with these peg hole miniatures. There we go. Is that we have to not think so much in detail or in the weeds about what we're doing. We just need to put some paint on it. That's the overall goal. Just put paint on a model. And this is going to take a hot minute to do. Oh no, Nervous Noel. Well, let's see here. Everyone's already talking in chat. What's going on here? Thank God for my hands. I know. Thank God for my hands. Sadage. Everyone's going on about my hands. First, everyone's on about my feet, and then everyone's on about my hands. I don't understand. I cannot be all of these things. Not feeling so good. I have a terrible headache. Oh no. No, you go get better. I appreciate the support. I really do, but you need to focus on yourself if that's what's going on. I would just say take some Excedrin, drink lots of water. Those are like my My two big helpful things that I can tell you at the moment. Drink some drink some water, take some Excedrin, go take a nap. That is probably all you need. Now, if there's something worse going on, then go see a doctor. Change your socks. Absolutely, you have to change your socks. If you are wearing the same socks from yesterday, you need to change your socks. That's a non-negotiable right there. Yeah. Nat going on. You got a car full of friends. Where y'all going? I'm assuming you're going down to Southern California for one reason or another, but I figured I'd ask. Oh yeah, Midol. Not wearing socks. Oh no. You know, not wearing socks is kind of the same as changing them out. I don't like wearing socks. I'm not wearing socks either. Half the time I wouldn't wear pants on this stream, but like, as you can see, the camera catches just enough of the table, and my painting habits are just bad enough to where I have to wear pants. If not, I'm gonna get banned, and I don't need any of that controversy right now. There's already enough of that going on in the internet. Looking for parking. Where are you looking for parking? Where in the world? Where in the world are you? Vicks Vapor Rub on your forehead. That. I don't joke. I am 100% serious about Midol. That is the hidden secret that they do not tell. I feel like women try to hide that from men, that the magical secrets of Midol and what you can do with it. And what it cures. Oh my goodness, the things that you can cure with Midol. Killicam 1227. Thank you for joining the kickback. I'm glad you could join us. You now have an emote. We now have emotes now. Did you guys? Oh my god, you guys know that? I don't know if I told anybody. We have emotes. It's not a lot. We only have 2, but we have emotes. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten to the point. I have not been doing this long enough to where followers can get emotes just yet. But we're coming close. I wish I can say it has to do with you guys being able to follow me and like helping me out and building this community. But right now, we're waiting on time. That's where we're at. So we've been affiliated for less than 2 months now, just less than 2 months, and that's the marker of when we can get follower emotes. But for subscribers, if you are a subscriber of the channel, first off, thank you, and second off, you now have 2 emotes that you can use. One of them is the beer glass filled with beer, and then the other one is my creation that I made last night. And as we've been going on, especially Skeet, Skeet has been talking about this for a while. The ongoing meme of like, how do you do art? Well, it's the draw 2 circles and then draw the owl. So there is an emote about that. I think I need to get a little bit of a smaller brush to get more in the weeds. Let's move on to a smaller brush so that we can get some better coverage. Also, what else are we doing? Oh, I forgot some things to. I forgot to thank some people. For last night following, we have Barkax Miniatures and Basalt77. They followed last night after the stream. I have my sound alerts that are set up to where even though I'm not streaming, the sound still goes off because I kind of keep the whole streaming setup ready to go in case I feel like streaming. So, yeah, I was just kind of chilling, doing my own thing, and all of a sudden I get the sound notification of someone falling. I was like, oh, look at that. So thank you, Bargax Miniatures, and thank you, Basalt77 for those follows. I am so glad that you guys are enjoying the content. So it's fun. This is fun. Just a community of people all just wanting to paint stuff. We need to do a mimic again. The sound alerts aren't working. What? Who redeemed something? I don't see no redemptions. Oh, the beer one is still pending? Okay. It shouldn't be. Let's try it. Drink! Nope, worked just fine. And speaking of drinking, we have our beer for today that we are drinking. We have the lovely Poolside Blonde by La Quinta Brewing Company. I don't get paid. Oh no. Please tell me y'all can hear that. Poolside Blonde by La Quinta Brewing Company. So we're gonna drink some of this. And a lovely drink. There we go. PA Dutchman cashing in on more another drink some beer. I gotcha. You guys should be able to hear that. We had troubles last night with the sound alerts. And if you are watching and you have enough channel points, by all means, go ahead, cash in those channel points. Heard it, just wanted to verify. All right. Well, I will drink to that. Let me try and get some more in this cup here. But anyway, so for the first one, I did for myself. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff. And then another one for the PA Dutchman. So, let me do the good old nose grease to make the bubbles go down. How many of y'all knew that? Take a little bit of nose grease, put it on your beer foam so that it goes down a little bit. Also, having a good amount of beer foam in your drink will help get rid of some of the carbonation so you don't feel bloated, because you're already releasing all the carbonation. Fun facts on a painting show where we're talking about beer and drinking. All right, let's continue on with painting, shall we? All right, get some more bone white, and we need to continue. This is going to take maybe a couple coats in order to get full coverage. Them's be the way of things, especially if you're painting over black. Next time I think for the future ones that I'm gonna paint, I'm gonna prime them gray because then it'll be easier to kind of get better coverage. Now, I could say screw it because I'm gonna be painting a lot of this stuff. Like, I'm going to be painting over it a lot with the stippling of sponges and stuff like that. But I like to just get a good homogeneous color for all the stuff. So, anyway, it is spooky month. Is everyone excited for Spooky Month? I'm excited for Spooky Month. I mean, it's only October 2nd. Oh, and also, for all the Marines that are in chat, Cyber Awareness has the free enrollment / auto completion. So if you're trying to get your Cyber Awareness done for the new fiscal year, now would be the time to do it. Because it auto completes. Yes. Very excited. Catch some spooky movies. Yeah. I'm usually not a big fan of spooky movies, but I'm always prone to exceptions. I don't know. I feel like the spooky movies nowadays are more predictable. So I don't have a huge like, ooh, it's spooky. But maybe that's just me. I'm the stick in the mud. You know? Come on. Just trying to put the paint in the place that I want it. Oh, also, fun stuff that I've been working on when it comes to the community that we are building here. On the Discord, we now have the Moment of Fame is now set in a forum post style. So you can post, you have a whole post of your related thing that you're going to go over and stuff that you want to share. It can be whatever kind of art. It can be canvas painting. It can be etched glass. It can be miniature painting. It can be whatever. And at the end of streams, we will see if there's any submissions, and then we'll go over them and see how awesome all of you are. Which, there are some members that have been hanging out in this chat and in this community that, oh my god, like, they're like, oh yeah, this is rough. Like, Cat, oh my goodness, I don't know if Cat's in chat. No heresy. Absolutely none. Rio Kasai? Kasai? I hope it's Kasai. Yes. No heresy here. We are the loyal of the loyal over here. No heresy. No commissar needs to be worried. These, if anything, these are as close as to non-heresy as we can get. These are U.S. Space Marines. So they are, if anything, they are from Terra. They are from the source itself. They are remnants of the old batch. The old batch. I think I'm going to need to get in there and do some painting. Actually, yeah, screw it. Alright, I think I have a solid enough base coat for the bone white. That's some bone white right there. And we're going to transition over to heresy. Yes, for sure, heresy. Well, I mean, excuse me, not heresy. There is heresy in the world, but there's none here. Absolutely none. This is as straight as it's going to be, you know. We are devout followers of the Emperor. We did our prayers today, right? Right? Hopefully. All right. Next up, I need tweezers. I now have tweezers. And we need sponge. I now have sponge. And while I'm trying to get all this together, let me just show you guys what we did yesterday. For those of you who didn't catch the previous stream, we painted up this lovely lady for Spooky Month. Isn't she pretty? And she's so pretty. This is one of the Mirmorn Banshees from the Night Haunts. I got a whole bunch of them. They're for my wife's army that she's been working on very, very slowly. But I figured let's paint some up and make it look good because it's Spooky Month. So be prepared. If you like what you see here and you want to see some more miniature painting of stuff, by all means follow the channel. Join the Discord, because that's where I make most of my big announcements for when I go live. And on Saturdays, because it is Spooky Month, we're going to be painting up spooky things. Spooky things! So, also, if you want to see some nice up-close photos, some candid photography, if you will, nice studio, light box set, then go ahead and you can follow me on Instagram. If you put in !IG in chat, there will be a link to my Instagram in which you can follow that, where I post all my nice little stuff. Rio, you have so many emotes. Like, so many. I love it. You've been emote hunting, haven't you? You have no idea. Fair. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I don't have emotes for followers yet. We're getting there. We have to hit the 2-month mark, and then we shall be able to give emotes to followers. But for right now, the emotes are only for subs, which you get the soon to be a nice little beer mug, and then also we have the owl emote. And I am trying to figure out which angle I want to, there we go, which angle I want to put this so that I can get some nice variation. There we go. Next up, I need to bind this somehow, and I didn't grab rubber bands like an idiot. The what? The owl. We have owl emotes. Hold on. Can I spam some in chat? I should be able to, right? There we go. Owl emote. Yeah. So. And it's one of those things to where we came up with it because there's been an ongoing joke of how to draw an owl, which is step 1, draw 2 circles, and then step 2, draw the rest of the fucking owl. And that's how we came up with it. So you can see there is an owl where there's 2 circles, and then there's the rest of the owl. Because if you ever looked on Pinterest on how to do like art things. They're like, this is how you do art. 2 easy steps on how to do art. And then it's 2 circles and then there's an owl. So there you go. Happy days. Happy days. All right. Next thing we need to do is we're going to mix some colors together. And the way that we're going to do that, I'm going to grab one of my semi-poopy brushes. And we're going to mix that in. Oh my god, there's so many emotes. So many emotes, Ryu, not you. Yep, there's. I can read. I'm a strong reader. I did well in my maths class. Then actually, now that I'm looking at this, I need to put some light umber on my palette as well so I can mix in just a tad bit of brown if we are going for our colors here. Now, I might not actually throw the brown into our little mixture that we're going to do for our first dotting. And the first dotting that we're going to be doing is getting the... come on, give me a good... ever so slightly brown. Ever so slightly brown. There we go. That is the color that I am looking for. I know you guys can't really see it off camera, but I'm going to get there. I will get there eventually when I get a camera. We are trying to get to this color right here. This kind of like really muted tan color. And I took a little bit of warm gray, some of the bone white, and added just a touch of light umber from Proacryl. And we now have color that we want. So we're going to take some of that. We have our paper towel. Put that on our sponge, and we're going to dab it off till we just get a little bit, and we're going to just start splotching. Now we're going to be doing this, I'm going to do this just ever so lightly. Just to get some small color variation. We're going to go over it again once we get some darker colors, just to make sure that these didn't get drowned out. But for the meantime, we are just going to get some basic tones on this Space Marine here. And it doesn't look like much, but it will add up in the end. Just ever so slightly, little by little. Just kind of add in those colors. But why? But why what? What you mean? I am using a Logitech webcam. That is very true. I don't understand your train of thought here. Can you please show your work? I would try a DSLR. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get there. I am slowly saving to get myself a DSLR camera. And if any of you would like to help me in that effort, there are many different ways that you can do that. You can as simply just follow. You can follow this channel. You can leave a tip via Twitch. There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. You can leave a tip via Twitch that will bring you to my Cash App. That, or you can sub. Sub is always helpful. Obviously, the most direct way that you can help me, if you want to help me in my efforts of getting a DSLR camera, I can even tell you what DSLR camera I plan on getting. It is a Sony A6000. Yeah, Sony A6000. In terms of a lens, I am not sure yet. I still need to do some more research, but I am saving up for said thing, said project, future purchase. So that is indeed what is going on. I'm gonna peel off some of this so we can get the next color, which the next color we're gonna do is a little bit of the Steel Legion drab. Give it a good shake. And the next color we're gonna get is kind of like that weird mid-light brown that's there. So we're gonna take some of that Steel Legion drab and we're gonna mix it in with I think some of the bone white as well, because oh, excuse me, hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Woo. Excuse me. For this brown that's here, with this paint color that I have, it's a little too dark, so I need to brighten it up just a tad. So we're going to get some of the bone white, and we're going to mix it in. And I don't need it to get too much darker, but enough to where we match the color. All right, I think I got it. So now we take our new sponge, our new little sponge that we're doing for the texture, and we need to grab it and make it blossom. That's the idea, make it blossom. And then we do the same thing we did before, and now you guys will probably be able to see a bigger difference in color that we're putting onto this model. Here we go. Also, for those of you who are out there in chat that like just kind of hanging out, doing some miniature painting or 3D printing related stuff, then tell your friends that we do this. We do this on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, subject to change, because things, my schedule might change here in the semi-near future, meaning like next month. But I hope to try and keep the schedule the same for a while. But it's all dependent on work at the moment. So, but if you like what you're seeing here and like what you're watching on this channel, then tell your friends, because making new friends is always fun. And I don't know, just watch and follow. That's all I gotta say. I think Rio ran out of emojis, to be frank. To be honest, I think they're out of emojis. All right, I gotta mix some more paint. I like. There we go. More paint. Ah. Okay. I gotta get more aggressive with this. There we go. More aggression. It's taking too long, and we need more saturated color. And remember, if I start drifting out of camera frame, just start screaming in chat. That's the big thing, right? I want you guys to be able to view my painting, and it does me no good for you guys to view the painting if it's not on screen or out of frame. U.S. Space Marines, that is correct. That is what they are, or what I'm trying to go for. Oh, nope, more emojis. All right, cool. We are not out of the emojis yet. I love it. I know I want to say emojis, but they're really just emotes, right? That I'm trying using proper Twitch terminology here. You can tell I have not been doing this for a long time. Yeah. I'm a bit of a goofy goob when it comes to things like that. But there we go, trying to get more browns. Okay, I think that's good for that brown for the moment. We'll get to the darker brown, in which we're going to use... Oh, hold up. That's not it. I think that's it. Oh my god! So many emotes! Oh my goodness! I love them. I love them all. Oh, thank you. It will look good. It's one of those things. It's gonna look worse before it gets better. That's kind of the whole painting process that I keep on encountering, is that it's gonna look worse before it looks better. I mean, we're only a few colors in, and we haven't done anything too crazy at the moment. I need to get some more sponge. More sponge. There we go. All right, let's get. There we go, and we pluck. And we do some more plucking. Okay. And then for this next bit, we have to just mix some lighter brown with some darker brown, because this other brown that I have is like a dark chocolate, and we need more like a milk chocolate. Should have gone with the forest camo set first. Yeah. But I like deserts. I like deserts a lot more. And also, this is for a kill team, so I'm trying to make them all, you know, homogenous. They all have to be within uniform. There we go. Look at that. And this is where you start to see some difference. Yeah. Yeah. And also, if you ask most Marines, they will prefer deserts over woodlands. That's just I feel like that's just a general consensus. There are more positive things associated with desert camis than there are woodland camis. It's weird how like just a different color scheme will have a different kind of reaction from people in terms of like, hey, wear this color, and people go, "Aw," and then you show them just this. It's the same outfit, just in a different color scheme, and they go, "Yay!" It's very, very interesting. But I mean, depends on what country. Yeah, that's true. It could depend on the country that you're going to. I mean, there's something about like, hey, if we're gonna invade a desert, maybe we shouldn't wear woodland camis, and then if we're going to, you know, invade, or if we're going into a wooded area, we shouldn't be wearing desert camis. Like, yes, we will adapt to whatever we're up against, but in general, though, the desert camouflage Marine Corps pattern, aka MARPAT, definitely has a better reputation. Meanwhile, bright blue and red Space Marines, yeah, right? It's interest. It's just like, I mean, I like the bright colors because for Space Marines, like they're already, you know, Primaris ones like this guy, right? He's already 9 to 10 feet tall. So most things that are human size, he's not gonna be able to hide behind. And then also he's just a big dude that really is wearing super plated armor to where if he gets shot, he's probably not gonna feel it too bad unless it's like some sort of big munition. They would benefit from active camouflage. Yeah, they probably would. They probably would benefit from active camouflage. 100%. I agree with that. I think a lot of people would benefit from active camouflage. But that is expensive. That's some expensive stuff. And most Space Marines are like, we're here for the glory. And then they just go off and scream and then things die. That's pretty par for the course. All right, we are going to go back to that kind of that dullish gray that we had before. Oh, piss. I'm trying to mix it with the sponge and I'm failing horribly. I should not have mixed it with the sponge. I don't. Sometimes I think I have good ideas, and they don't turn out as well. 40K just doesn't make sense half the time. Yes, 100%. Like, how they justify mechanical things working, right? They have tech priests, so it's a dude who prays so that your mechanical stuff works. And it only works because the machine spirit in the thing says it's going to work. Right? Like, but think about it objectively, right? When they give a bolter, when they give a bolter to a Space Marine, they say that they pray over it and they douse it in holy oils, and they do all that kind of crazy stuff to it, right? But if you take a gun and you douse it in oil, what have you done? What have you done? What have you done to the weapon? It's called the same thing that you should always do with a weapon, which is properly lubricate it. Yup. So they're doing things that sound fantastical, but are really just basic maintenance. Hot take. So the Adeptus Mechanicus is nothing special. They just are the ones who read the book on how to properly maintain stuff, and everybody else just hit the I believe button. And so they're doing what IT people do, which is they come in and they wave their hands like they're doing some magic, and then things are fixed, even though they Googled what your issue was about, like 5 minutes prior to them walking in, and then applied the Google fix and then walked out. And they, people think that they're geniuses for it. So I just don't understand how they keep losing technology. Yeah, right? Food for thought. Why is AdMech losing technology? I don't know. I feel... I get the idea that, like, they don't mean to lose it, but they keep... They're so wrapped up in, like, the whole, oh, this is for holy reasons, like a jihad of some sort. This is not turning out the same. This is turning out very different. I have a way to fix this. That they're just like, yeah, we can fix it. Or they find something that they don't know and they're like, let's fix it, and then they just like blow themselves up. Okay, I need a poopy brush. I need to get a little bit crazier with this stippling. I need to really tone down this light, this bone white. Because this is getting, this going with the sponge is not getting me anywhere fast enough, and I don't appreciate. Come on, there we go. Give me color. We're gonna go over a lot of this stuff with, you know, more solid colors like the pouches and the chain sword and the metallics and all this stuff. We're gonna get there. I'm going off to the Death Core of Krieg. I'm not from Krieg though. Or that was the name of the planet, right? Krieg? Yeah, you got to be from there. I haven't endured, you know, hundreds of years of war and then just decided to nuke the planet. I was not involved in that. I don't think I qualify. Details. Yeah, I think those are needed details. It's like the commissars for the Death Core of Krieg, the ones that they send. It's like they have the highest risk, because if they don't, like, if they don't like show this fierce, undying loyalty of throwing themselves into, you know, just to be killed, then the Kriegsmen will kill them. It's very brutal. Very, very brutal. Just a touch of this and a lot of this. I don't know why I didn't just do this before. Alright, pokey poke, poke, pokey poke, 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 poke. Let's mute this down a little bit. And then let's grab some of that bone white. Okay. Commissar of Krieg. Guys, you don't need to keep sacrificing yourself every minute. This is very true. This is insanely true. It's a guys, stop it. Stop. We still have the rest of the war to fight. Like, no, we're gonna send it. No, don't full send it. Don't need to do that. Okay. How to do this? How to do this? What's the next color I need to do? I need to do black. I need to do black. The reason why I want to do black is that I think it's like the whole thing of it's going to look worse before it looks better is because we don't have any defined lines. We need to define some lines, some spacing out of stuff. So we're going to fix that. We are going to use our I usually try not to use Citadel brushes that much, but I actually do like it. If anything, if you feel the incessant need to get a Citadel paintbrush, first off, I would say look into other things, but because it's a very overpriced brush, or very overpriced brushes, and they're okay, they're not fantastic. But if you are gonna get any one of them, just so that you can say that you got some Citadel paintbrushes, I would say get yourself a medium layer brush. That is the one I recommend to people. The medium layer brush can handle a lot of things. It doesn't have the greatest tip, but it has a fine enough tip to where you can paint the things that you need to paint with a fairly detailed amount and not worry about getting paint in places that you don't want that color. So right now we're using Corvus Black, and the reason why we're using Corvus Black is because it's a neutral. It's like a neutral dark gray or a neutral black, however you want to call it, and that is going to be used to kind of be our mid-tone for the black. Because the fun part about painting black is don't actually just paint it black. It sounds weird, I know, but that is a rule of painting black, is to not paint it black. If not, you're going to be doing a lot of work highlighting up. So we're going to get in here in between the joints of the armor where the undersuit is. And this isn't the only color we're going to apply. We're going to shade it down. Oh, let's see. The Imperium. Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice we are willing to make. Yes, for sure. That I think Lord Farquaad is like one of the best representatives of the Imperium. He doesn't know it, but he is. I think many people would vote for Lord Farquaad in the 41st millennium. He would be quite the political advocate. The Hawk Legend. Hey, how's it going? I was going to do some infiltrators in matte black. But you said... we said not to paint it black. System failure. Okay, so here's the thing, right? When painting black, right? For your base color usually shouldn't be your like the mattest of black that you have, because if you do that, then you have nothing to shade with and provide definition for. Right? So, because if you put say Nuln Oil, right? Lovely Nuln Oil, the black wash over what color? What colors do we have that are like are black? Abaddon black. We'll do a classic Abaddon black, even though I'm not a fan of it. If you do that, right, you have done absolutely nothing, because Abaddon black is already black, and then you've just put a black wash over black, and so now you have just a watery kind of matte finish over the same thing. So what I am saying is, if you get a more like a darker gray, and then when you apply your shades, it will be better, because you'll actually be able to get some depth and definition than just having it all be black. It'll look flat, is what I'm saying. So hopefully that clarifies and will fix the system failure for your infiltrators there, Hawk Legend. Makes sense. Oh, good. We have resolved the system failure. We are now computing back at regular levels. Very good. Good. The system is rebooting. That's always good. Oh, turn it off. Turn it back on again. And if you all have never thought about it this way, every time you go take a nap, what you're really doing is just turning it off and turning it back on again. Space Doggo infiltrators in a matte gray. Ooh. I have something like that. It's not. I don't think it's an infiltrator. Actually, I do have infiltrators in like a dark gray. Or defragging your hard drive. Defragging your hard drive. I don't know if that's just done with a nap. I think that's what they mean when they say like go take a chill pill, is like go defrag your hard drive. Go take some time off. Is really go defrag your hard drive. Hold on a second. We are you know what? Hawk, let me show you an infiltrator in matte gray, cuz I have something like that. But first, you have some time. I'm going to take a drink. If you just came in, today we are drinking Poolside Blonde by La Quinta Brewing Company. I'm not sponsored by these people whatsoever, but I might as well tell people. I'm telling people what I drink because it's good beer, and I think you should drink good beer. Lovely. Hold on a second. I have them in here somewhere. I have a lot of plastic crack, all right? Just bear with me. There you go. Yeah. Where did they go? Oh, there they go. Aha! I found them. I have found them. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's very true. Chill Pills is using Task Manager to shut down background program apps, for sure. Not a beer guy, but prefer your ciders and rums. Ooh, cider and rum. So those are good. I can't drink hard liquor anymore unless I like take Pepto. That's kind of where I'm at. It's unfortunate, but I had a situation a long time ago to where hard liquors don't agree with me too well. But here is a Space Marine, an infiltrator Space Marine. Not that old yet. Oh, good for you. Explore your youth. A matte gray with a kind of forest green look for an infiltrator. So this was a fun little project. And then if you're looking for more of a different type of gray, this is a Reaver. That is a matte gray with red. You like the hood? Yeah. The hood is a 3D print. The hood and the pistol are 3D prints, 3D bits that I like put on the model. Yeah, they're infiltrators and they're supposed to be sneaky, so they should wear hoods, right? Sneaky people wear hoods. Everybody knows if you put your hood up, you become indistinguishable. No one knows who you are. Right? That's how that works? I think so. Maybe. I hope. If not, I've been just looking sus in random places. Still relatively new to painting minis. Okay. Recommend a good matte gray. Let's see. A good matte gray that I like to recommend to people if you're within this. Your black is Vallejo. Okay. If you're looking for a Citadel paint, the one that I'm using here, this is Corvus Black. Corvus Black. Oh, that's in focus. Corvus Black. Ta-da. Also, if you are looking for a matte gray, well, what else do we have here? Are you looking for like a light gray or a dark gray? Or are you trying to you're thinking of a gray to paint black, correct? Because if that is the case, I would recommend, if you want to get some good paints, dark warm gray from Pro Acryl. This is also a really good matte gray color. So dark warm gray, it's great. It's similar to Corvus Black. It's a little bit lighter. Probably tested on some firstborns. Absolutely, yeah. I would always say do a test model before you really start digging into some sort of color scheme, unless you are dead set on a color scheme. But even then, I would still, yeah, dark warm gray. I know. It sounds really weird. And then if you don't like dark warm gray, they have a bright warm gray. Which and look, I don't know how Monument does names their stuff, but that's the color. But they are very good paints. If I could recommend, you know what? Dark warm gray. And if you want to look into Army Painter stuff, I would recommend Necromancer Cloak. Now, Army Painter just recently came out with their announcement saying that all their new paints that they're coming out with comes with the mixing balls in the paint bottles, which that has been the biggest gripe for many a miniature painter for a very long time. Because the Army Painter paints are relatively heavy bodied, and they take a lot of shaking to get out of the paint bottle. So. Oh, hey, slow down. What do we got here? Just making notes. See, I just got back into the hobby relatively recently after shopping when I was after studying when I was a teen. Oh, hey, welcome back to the hobby. Coming back, playing my first Primaris to match the codex. Which codex? Which codex, good sir? There's many codexes. Oh, this is much better. The Space Doggo one of 9th edition. Okay. So, Space Woofers. Got it. So if you're gonna paint Space Wolves, I would not focus so much. I mean, yes, you're gonna need a dark color, but you want to focus on just the primary color, right? Long run saying I wish I'd used Firstborns to figure out the paint scheme I wanted. Yeah. Another way that I would do it if you're just going to test out paint schemes is if you have a friend who has a 3D printer, have them 3D print you some models. There are plenty of free, not very detailed Space Marine models that you can use to test paint schemes. They exist on the internet, and you can definitely use those, and you will feel not as bad whenever you screw up the paint scheme because you did not, you didn't spend a lot of money on the model. That's what I recommend to most people who are either getting into miniature painting or the benefits of 3D printing. Surprisingly, getting a bunch of grown men to talk about playing with toy soldiers has not been a huge issue, at least where I've been. Oh, in your line of work. Well, what do you do for work? What do you do for work that makes it so difficult to talk about playing with little toy soldiers? Because I tell you what, I bet you someone plays or has thought about it. Because I tell you what, I had the same thought process when I was like becoming big into playing, D&D, and we're on the railway alongside law enforcement. Okay. So, tabletop war games, I think in general, have the people who at least have interest in it or maybe have heard of it or would be interested in it usually come from a military law enforcement kind of background. Being a member of the military myself, I can tell you that just mentioning playing Warhammer in a public space it hasn't brought ire. It definitely is more like I've gotten a lot of what is that, and and then I explain. Sometimes it's like playing chess, but with more complex rules and cool looking models. Um, and then it kind of perks their interest up a little bit more. If not, they just say nerd and then they walk away, and it's like, okay, cool. Like, I'm a nerd, whatever. I will continue doing what I do. Yeah, see, military law enforcement personnel. Because if you break it down, right, you have to, if you're trying to talk to other people about it, right, you have to think about the audience that you're talking to. So for military, for example, you have to you talk about it in a way as to where what you are doing, the intention of the game is to improve, like, is to teach tactics, right? Teach tactics and kind of have, you know, command and control, see how battles play out, maneuver strategy, that kind of stuff. And if you talk about things like that, then you will probably perk somebody's interest a lot faster, because you are saying things that are in their that are their language and things that they can get their head around, right? Because what is Kill Team other than squad tactics with, you know, with sci-fi stuff, right? So, I mean, Warhammer is just chess on steroids. And they can't knock it till they try it. Yeah, you'll get haters. It's fine. Like, I tell you what, sometimes, you know, people will hate and they'll be like, "Oh, you're a fucking nerd." And then you ask them, like, "Well, what do you do for a hobby?" And they're like, "I got nothing." I'm like, "Well, at least I got a hobby. I can do something productive with my time." Which is, I mean, some people will debate whether or not painting miniatures is a productive thing, but it's, you're practicing a skill, right? And miniature painting can turn into many things: fine motor skills, how to do color schemes, planning, which is very broad. The planning bit, attention to detail. The main thing is like fine motor skills. I think there is a correlation between being able to paint like fine details on miniatures and being able to shoot weapons accurately, because you have fine motor skills. You have worked on fine motor skills. Yeah, it's therapeutic. Absolutely. Having stress relief is important, right? Painting miniatures is definitely therapeutic. Suicides and armed poopy heads. Yeah. No, that doesn't sound like a incredibly fun time. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy people in the world, for sure. Uh, but, you know, tis what it is. People gonna be crazy. Spitting facts. I try. I try. Oh, PA Dutchman having me take another drink. Very well. Hold on. Let me get this last little strap that's back here, and then I will take a drink. In which we are 5 minutes past the hour-and-a-half mark of our stream so far, and I'm coming to the point and realizing that, hey, guess what? This just means it's beer 30. So if you are drinking along, if you have whatever beverage you have in front of you, grab your beverage and take a drink. Cheers. What is the percentage of this? Because this is very light in comparison to what I was drinking last night. 4.8. Yeah, that's not very heavy. Last night I was drinking a 6.7. So, oh well. Going back to what the Hawk Legend said, there is, and there's some reason the railways attract them. I cannot say that I am an expert in people with suicidal ideations, because I have never attempted, nor have I ever thought of attempting. So thank goodness for that. But yeah, people be wildin', and I think it's the typical movie trope where, you know, some dude is like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna apply a permanent solution to my temporary problem, and this big metal object that runs on a linear path is gonna help me with my accomplish my solution. So that's what you have. Well, I'm glad you're still here, Hawk. I am very glad that you're still here. I have had friends not come back. And it's been rough. But we move on with life. We remember them for who they were, not what they became. And honor them and never forget them. His name was Michael Cook. So, but we're getting too somber. This is we need to bring it up a little bit. Yeah, no, I don't know. I can't say. I've never experienced, so if that helps, then, you know, the people that you save, I am pretty sure that they appreciate you for that. Oh, hold on. Hey, yo. I don't know how to pronounce that. Gosquit? I hope. Thank you so much for the follow. Yo, how's it going? Just browsing Twitch and found your stream. Gosu. Sorry, I didn't read the message. I just saw the thing. Now I'm back. Hey, Gosu. Thank you for the follow. I'm glad you can come into the stream. Hey, Hawk. Before we change topics, Hawk, I want to say, you're a legend. You're a legend. Let no one tell you different. All good. I have a copy pasta. I paste into new chats. So let people know since I have a weird name. Gotcha. Checks out. That is very smart of you. Do you have how do I say this? Do you have fuck, I just lost my train of thought. Damn it. No, that's what I was going to say. What made you pick the term Gosu? And Legend, when it comes to being beaten by the person you play 40k against, trust me, I've played 40k. I think there are some people in chat here that can attest. I think if the PA Dutchman is still in chat, we have a mutual friend. His name is Trevor, and Trevor is very, very good at 40k. He is a through and through tournament player, right? So, so when it comes to being beaten, I had a bunch of friends over. Trevor came over. He wanted to play a game. I had like some standard. I had Space Marines. My core troops were infiltrators because the story behind my army. I'll show you. The story behind my army was that like they're more like a reconnaissance unit, right? And so they they're like this. They're all subdued colors. They're all sneaky. So they're reconnaissance, right? And then he brings his Grey Knights, and it's a tournament-ready 1,000-point Grey Knight list, right? Mine, not so much. I just grabbed some of the models that I had. I had like some aggressors, some assault intercessors, a Primaris captain. A Primaris lieutenant, a captain in Gravis, and like 10 infiltrators, right? And I didn't make it past turn 2. I just got tabled. It was bad. I was like, oh, okay, well, there was that. If you're looking to play 40k and you're looking for something that isn't so rules crunchy, I would highly recommend one-page rules. Free rule set. It is a wonderful army builder website to where you can kind of make the stuff that you want, and you can mix and match and see what you want to do, especially if you have like Firstborn and you have Primaris Space Marines. You can kind of mix those together and make kind of cool custom squads. Very easy to play. They are more focused on balance, and they're better with it. Need to murder the space elves. Absolutely. Hold on. Going back to what Gosu was saying. Used to be a try-hard in StarCraft and watched a ton of pro StarCraft content, and Gosu is a Korean term for being a dick gamer. Hi-ya. Okay. You know what? That's a good story. That is a good story, Gosu, behind the name. Now, let me see. What more do I have to do with this? I got the grays down. So I went with the dark warm gray in comparison. Basically someone who is really good at something. Yeah. You still play StarCraft, or what have you drifted to nowadays? Let me see here. What am I trying to do? Browns. I need brown. I need Steel Legion draft. Hold on. I'm talking so much that I'm like not doing the thing that everyone is coming here to watch me do, which is paint stuff. So... Used to be a full-time competitive WoW streamer, but I no longer stream. I just paint all the time. Okay, cool. Well, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. What does humble mean? You came to watch me do backflips. I don't know. I mean, if you want to see me go to the hospital, that is for sure a way to get me there. I mean, I'm not going to recommend myself to do that. And nor do I have any sort of redeem to say, do a backflip. Because I know how my body works. And I tell you what, that's how you end up broken. And trust me, I don't need to be any more broken. I wouldn't say that I'm horribly broken, but I wouldn't say that I'm like in, you know, I'm fit as a fiddle. I'm gonna do some mixing of paint over here, trying to get that nice coyote brown color. I need some Xandri dust. Where did I put Xandri dust? Xandri, that's Mornfang brown. That's not a color I need. I need Xandri dust. Where you at? I have a whole wall of paints in front of me and I cannot find the one that I need. This would be my luck, wouldn't it? Xandri dust. There you are. I found you. Hold on. What is everybody talking about? What is everybody talking about? People are talking. So I see something about wearing a helmet. Hold on. I'm gonna read back on this. I'm just trying to get colors all situated. There we go. There's that coyote brown I'm looking for. Perfect. Okay. Now back to what I was doing. I gotta paint stuff for people to actually see that I am doing stuff, and then I can see what chat's doing. I do have a secret lab chair. It was a Christmas gift from me to me. Or was it a birthday gift? It's Christmas or birthday. It was one of the two. Hold on. What? Oh, wait. Skirt. Hold on. Back up. Means sirens are flashing. Sirens flashing lights are entertaining. That's true. Yeah. Wear a helmet. Maybe not. I mean, I have a helmet, but the helmet's actually pretty heavy. Yes, helmets. Having good headgear will prevent all injuries. That's what they tell people, right? Proper headgear to prevent injuries. Now, I have been on bikes going down mountains and have done mischiefs. And I am glad that I have worn helmets. But I ain't gonna be doing backflips here. But going on, do I have a secret lab chair? Yes, I have a secret. I have a secret labs chair. Yeah, you can just see the arms enough. No, that's not weird. I mean, there is the secret labs symbol that's there in the chair. Very good for identifying it, though. That is a unique talent that I think that I don't know how you would exploit that talent for you know, certain things. But I would say a talent is a talent. It's recognizing talent. That's what people need to do these days is recognize talent. Not just like the stuff like cookie cutter. You got to look at all talents. In fact, what was that one? I watched an anime recently that was called The Realistic Hero Who Rebuilt the Kingdom. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it does rotate the armrest. I was gonna say it doesn't rotate the armrest, but you're right. You're horribly right. I was gonna say there's a button here that like shifts it side to side, and then there's another lever here that makes it go up down. But you're right. That is what that's for. You know more function of my chair than I do, and I've had this chair for years. Ah, yes, feed my ego. This is a positive place. That's the goal of this entire thing, is a positive place. And if you like being positive, you should follow and keep following. I'm still trying to hit those 100 followers. We're at 93 right now. We hit 90 last night. We were at like 80. We were like at 82 or something like that, and we got to 90 last night. Now the last push to get to 100. That's where we're at. Nervous Noel, he's back. Need positive energy. Works very negative and draining. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that. It is very. I feel like life can be very, very draining, but that's right. We all come together and then we push forward. Let me see. I got one pouch, 2 pouch, 3 pouch. Trying to paint pouches here. I should have painted the belt. Of course I didn't paint the belt. Poop, I didn't paint the belt. Just gonna paint this. Paint the belt, even though it's the same gray. Oh, Hawk Legend, thank you so much for the follow. You did it. You took the plunge. Thank you so much for the follow. And Gosu, if you're still here, Gosu, I would say if you want to show off some of your miniature painting work, we do have a Discord. You do !Discord in chat. It'll give you the link to the Discord. And there we have a chat for we have a chat called the Moment of Fame. It's a forum chat, or it's a forum channel. So you make your post there. You say a little bit about the thing that you post, and at the end of the stream, we go over it and give you either critiques or compliments whatever you want. Sometimes some advice, say ways to improve it. But overall, there are some very, very talented people who have posted stuff in that chat. Nervous Noel being one of them. I know he's hiding in the background. I have some stuff to post next time. I'm finishing up some Iron Warriors, Cataphracti terms, getting the bases ready for priming right now. Okay, cool. You're a good painter, Noel. Don't let anyone tell you different. This man painted a checkered towel that's folded up on a surfboard being ran around by kobolds. And I'm just thinking, I'm sorry. This is called quality work. You just wanted to sneak it in there like it was nothing. What's up with everybody feeling down today? It's Sunday. This is a lazy day. You just take it easy. You don't have to go anywhere or do anything. You handle everything before Sunday. It's been really dreamy this week. It's been affecting my mood. You'll be okay. Everything would be okay. I saw a lovely TikTok the other day that said, if you fucked up today, don't keep going, just quit. God is telling you that that you are not ready for this just yet. So stop and try again tomorrow. I was like, damn. I wish I could do that though. I wish I could just be like, nope, that's it, I'm done. I messed up. I fucked it up. I'm going home. I'll try again tomorrow. Wouldn't it be nice? I mean, very sage words, don't get me wrong, but like I just want to do that at work, you know? At work they'll be like, well, just fix it. And I'm like, well, you know, I tried that. And now we're here. So what do you want from me? But if you have that chance, if you mess up, just stop. Just try again tomorrow. Yes. It's almost as though he was extremely full of excrement. Yes. I would say there is it is humorous, but there is also some truth within the humor. Yes, I agree. It it be like that sometimes. It is not applicable in all situations. This is very true. But I think when you're on what I like to call me time, right? then by all means apply it however you like in that regard. When you're on me time, right? And the best way to think about it is that me time is just time that's dedicated for you. No one else can interrupt. And if they do, they will receive the lashing of tongues, because that is time for you, and that is and only you, and that is it. And that is your time of decompression and doing whatever you want to do at the rate that you want to do it. Here's the catch about me time though, is that you actually have to go back to world time at some point. You gotta get out of it. So I feel like some people just get stuck in me time and they don't want to come out of me time, but you do have to come out of me time. It's like it's a balance. Everything's a balance. All right, let's look at Hoive. What other things do I have to paint? Whoa, skirt! Hold on, what's going on? Wrong thing that I'm trying to read here. No, so it was a guy giving a similar form of naughty talk. Turned out he was armed. Whoa, skirt. What is going on? Oh geez. So you got dogpiled. 6 large men. Made a human period on top of him. Yep, checks out. Okay, cool. He was uncomfortable. I would hope so. You know, that's... I don't want to say what's worse than 6 big dudes piling on top of one person. It's trying to have 6 smaller dudes try to pile on top of one big dude. That was an interesting situation that I've seen myself in. I think it said dog pilled. I figure out what that meant. Dog piled. Yeah. I got dog pilled. Oh no. I feel like getting dog pilled is like taking a pill in a place where usually you don't take pills. If y'all get what I mean. I will not go into further detail on that one. I'll leave that up to your imagination. But that was my random thought of like, you're getting dog pilled. Not dog pilled. No. It's like, yeah, this medicine was really rough, so I had to dog pill it. It's not, everyone just goes, oh man, that sucks. But you know what? At least you got your meds. That's all you can really say out of that situation. Gotcha. fair might have been at the hospital where they dog pilled him. Dog pilling definitely sounds like a more of a hospital type of terminology, where nurses and stuff take what they assume to just be like arbitrary things, and then or what they assume to be arbitrary things, which are like really extreme things for the common man, and they're like, oh yeah, this is just common. We just dog pill him. It's like, oh, excuse me. Can you please clarify that statement? It was like when they gave me Dilaudid for the first time. That was an experience. Also realizing that narcotic painkillers and myself don't get along very well, which is unfortunate because I hear they're great. Oh my goodness. Hold on. This is a long paragraph. I want to read this. Okay. Not quite horse pill. It was a dog pill. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Thinking of the Morpheus quote. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. The story ends, you wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I will show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. You take the dog pill, your life is full of puppies. Yeah, but like I understand for the nurses, life full of puppies. Yes, we'll take life full of puppies. Speaking of which, where is my puppo? My puppo is somewhere in this house, probably hanging out with the wife. Rust picks. We need rust picks. Does anybody want to see my dog? Hawk, I'm pretty sure if you see my dog, it'll make your day infinitely better. He's really good at that. You got a skedaddle? All right. Well, take it easy, Noel. Thank you for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. I am still trying to paint all various shades of brown. Just received 5 husky puppies? Except husky puppies are loud. That's the thing about husky puppies. They just make noise. And they'll make noise for a long time. Now, if you like having screaming dogs, then by all means get a husky. But I am not a fan of a screaming dog. As no matter how cute they are, a screaming dog is still a screaming dog. And they tend to scream at very inconvenient times. Yeah, they're not in your house. That's true. But huskies can be loud no matter where they go. That's the thing. Just loud puppies. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can paint this eyeball. You want to see this? Whew. All right, here we go. Painting eyes. Inhale, exhale. Not the greatest, but I'll take it. And go the other way. Some more gray. And we're gonna inhale, exhale. Here we go. Nailed it. Kind of, sort of, not really. All right, I think we've covered the browns. Oh, we still have some more grays that we need to get. Now, some of you, when I get to the next step of painting, because we're gonna continue on with the blacks, I'm gonna do something that's gonna be like, then why did you paint it gray? And the answer is because shading. Shading in midtone. That is why I painted it gray. But what am I talking about, you might say? Well, lucky for you. Well, what did we I enjoy the cue without the earache. Yep. Gonna make a joke about the misses. Oh no. Making jokes about the misses in public forums, that's never good. This is, you have made smart choices, good sir. Very smart choices. All right. Next step in terms of painting blacks. Ready for this? Black Templar. Actually, do I want to do Black Templar? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm just going to commit. I'm just going to send it. We like smart choices here. Never compromise your soul for the sake of entertainment. Now, Black Templar doesn't have as much opacity as Black Legion. So, if you are looking to have at least a little bit of transparency in your paint when you apply Black Templar, or when you apply a black contrast paint, then Black Templar is the way to go. But if you want to have full opacity, then I would definitely do Black Legion. Black Legion will probably be a better choice for you because that is a pure black pigment. So choose wisely. You want to watch me finish this guy, but you got work in 10 hours, you should probably get some, yeah, you should probably get some sleep. It's okay. Hey, if you want to watch the finishing or the painting of this guy even more, there are more. You can watch the videos as the previous streams. You can either watch it here on Twitch, or you can watch them on YouTube, on my channel on YouTube. So that's, I post all the previous streams and broadcasts on YouTube, and they're also here on Twitch. So if you want to watch them, they are open to you. But yeah, go get some sleep. Not need to stay up on my account. Do we have any discounts for military police over there? Yes and no. It depends on the business. That's depends on the business. Here in California, it's not. Military discounts outside of military towns are usually non-existent or not honored. So, it all depends on where you go. You're right, it's not great, but it is the world we live in. And all I can do is just live in it. Yep. Usually some of the bigger, like the bigger corporation stores usually won't have any sort of military discount. Unless it's like Home Depot, right? Home Depot is like, 10% off, no, or it's like 10 or 15% off no matter where you go. Oh, is Bubba's here? The sweet boy has entered the room. If anybody wants to see the sweet boy, hold on. And there's a sweet boy. That's old Russ. For your viewing pleasure, folks, you can look at my dog as he seems to be a very sleepy boy. Let's see, what time is it? It is 18:17, so it's 6:17. We're going to be going till about 8 o'clock tonight, everybody. And then there are some other streamers. There's some other streamers that we're probably going to raid. I don't know which one it's going to be. There's a couple. So we will see depending on whether or not they're streaming. Sometimes they say they're streaming and then all of a sudden they're like not because things happen. So we're gonna play it by ear for those points. So, but yeah, it is Halloween. We're gonna keep the party rolling, but that is not for another couple hours. So, yeah, Hawk, you are a legend. Will no one tell you different? You have a fantastic night. Get some sleep. And I hope to see you here soon. I don't want to say for the next one because the next one is until Wednesday. But I hope to see you here soon. Yeah, so much color. It still needs to be painted. I feel like I try to make progress and then I'm like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's what it feels like right now painting this. Let's see who we got. Who we got drifting around in here. All right. Well, Hawk, go get sleep. Go get sleep. God, why is this not? This is not looking the way I want it to look, and I am progressive. I am increasingly getting slightly frustrated about this, but I'm just gonna keep chugging forward. I almost did a mischief. All right. Just ever so slightly get in the crook of this arm. Nailed it. Oh, man. So when it comes to contrast, contrast is pretty much just a thick shade. That's how I call it. A shade or a stain, whatever makes it easier for you, but I just consider it, if we're going to be on the terms of miniature painting terminology, it's a wash. It's just a thick wash that tends to stick wherever you kind of put it. So that's why I would say you're base coating with a gray, and then when you go over it with black Templar, it becomes black, but there still can be a bit of gray that kind of comes through, because it's just a thick shade. All right. Not. Gotta be very careful in here. Also, this is why I usually don't paint with the power pack on, because the power pack does a wonderful job of getting in the way of what I'm looking at. All right, time to get the inside portion here. I'm gonna have to go back over some stuff, but that's okay. All right, let's go back over. Let's give a second coat on some of these areas. Make sure that got a nice coyote brown on them. Good solid coat. Because Then after that, we're going to apply some metallics, and then we're going to we're going to do an oil wash on this one. Gotta love the oil wash. Do I have anything? I do. I do have. Have to think about that one. But I saw you mentioned Vulcan Hercules resin in the Discord. Any specific reason why you're looking for more flexibility and drop resistance? Is it really better than the others? I think it's always better to have more flexibility and drop resistance, especially for tabletop miniatures. The more you can get, the better. But there is a slight trade-off between. Excuse me. Bless you.
I didn't do anything.
Between having a lot of detail and having some resistance and durability, there is kind of a trade-off that you have to have. A lot of the resins that you have that are like really fine detail are actually very brittle. And then you usually will lose some detail if you are using like a more durable type of mix. Now, there's a couple ways that you can do it. You can look at getting some Soriatec Tenacious. Soriatec Tenacious is kind of like their flexible resin that they have that you can use. That you kind of mix in with the resin that you're using. The problem is that there's not really a great set formula as to how much you need to apply in order to get some good flexibility. However, there is a very top of the line. There is a top of the line resin made by Amera Labs. It's called TGM7. TGM7 is a tabletop gaming miniature resin specifically made for tabletop gaming miniatures. It was reviewed by the 3D Printing Pro, who I follow. He is a wonderful source of knowledge, and if he gives it kind of a stamp of approval. He said that there's some detail loss, but with the high resolution photos that he put up with his review, they still looked pretty damn good. So Vulcan is relatively new to the space. I haven't looked too much into Vulcan Hercules. I hear that is the flexible resin variant, but then they also have another Vulcan resin that is a higher detail, but I'm pretty sure is also a little bit more brittle. So unless, like, people that you show off your miniatures to are, respectful of your stuff, I always think getting a little bit more durability with your miniatures is always a plus. Silver. All right, time to put on some metallics, and we're going to put on some really bright metallics because we're going to shade them down. So here I have some silver from Vallejo, their airbrush color, my all-time favorite because its coverage is just amazing. I say that every single time, and know that I will probably say it every single time because it is still amazing. Just gotta be careful with it. Don't need it to run away. Right, there we go. Handles that bit. Hopefully, PA Dutchman, that answered your question about the resin. Vulcan resin, I have not done a lot of research on. So, if you find any insights onto Vulcan resin, hopefully the Hercules one, which is supposed to be their more flexible one, I am always open for input. What you doing, sweet boy? What are you doing sitting out there like a weirdo?
I know. I was just cuddling with him. That's nice.
It's not you're a whole hour off from your food time.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Russ is being a butt. So we'll turn this off. Boop. There we go. The puppo's gone. But it's okay. The puppo will be back. You know, now that I think about it, I also spent like I think I spent double the amount of time to get to this point as compared to the last one. So I think we're doing okay. Yeah, the last Space Marine was 2 4-hour streams. 8 hours of painting one miniature. I don't know what I was thinking. I try to shoot for every paint session you paint a mini, right? You finish one. We're just gonna make these metallic. Get the insides of these to be metallic. Just to get it all nice and shiny where there would be wear and tear. And although I spent 8 hours painting the last one, that was more of a discovery for, you know, testing where I want to put color and how the color is going to work. But I'm not trying to win any awards with this paint job here. This is more for just myself and playing some kill team with friends when it comes down to it. Did I paint? I did paint that metallic. Okay. Oh no. I got some metallicness on the shoulder that I need to fix. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put some metallic here on the bottom of the holster. The base plate, I guess. I don't know. Is it a base plate? That's gonna need another coat. On to fixing bone white. On to fixing what we have. I'm gonna just try and cover that up, and then we're gonna have to do some other work to fix that. That's not where metallic should be. All right. Where is my music? Music has gotten very mild. Also, the music has gotten very quiet. We're gonna ready to bump up this energy. Yeah, we go. We'll tone that down just a little bit. Bam. There we go. Some more Halloween trap music. Because it's spooky month. Oh. All right. We're at 94 followers. Holy crap. We're close. We are so close to our goal. Of hitting 100 followers. I'm excited. And then we're going to go on to the next one, which is going to be 200. I don't know what's going to happen at 200. Probably going to go to 400. Because you always got to have a future goal, right? You always got to set yourself moving forward. All right, now that I have done the metallics, I have done the browns, I've done the whole mottling colors. Now comes the fun part. Now comes the fun part. I gotta put on gloves. That's how you know it's gonna be fun. We're gonna put on gloves. We're gonna do an oil wash, folks. Oil washes. couple things I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need a glove. I'm gonna need a couple gloves because this is gonna get messy. I'm gonna need a paper towel, a papier towel. This is going to take a while, and though I've been painting the Space Marine, while this is drying, because I'm going to apply this oil wash, we're probably going to have to shift over to another miniature while it's drying, because in order for you to continue on using, after using an oil wash, especially using acrylics and stuff like that, you have to let it dry completely. So, fun times. Got to get myself one of these little cuppies here. Put myself some mineral spirits. We'll wait. We'll wait on that. I do need a makeup sponge. Where the hell I put those? There they are. All right, I got a makeup sponge. I have a brush that I have designated for wherever I put it. I have a brush designated for putting on oil washes. Isn't it lovely? That's what happens when you put on oil washes. You get this. So. Okay. So we get some of this. For this one, we have Rust Streaks with AK Interactive. And the reason why I'm going with Rust Streaks because it's more of a brownish color instead of a greenish color. Yeah. A reddish brown, which is what I really, really want. And we're just going to go ham. And we're just going to put it all over the model. And you might be thinking, what are you doing? Trust me. Trust me, this is it's gonna be okay in the end. You have to have faith. You have to have faith in me that I know what I'm doing. Because I don't. I have no idea what I'm doing. None at all. No clue, no idea. I'm just full sending it. I watched a couple of YouTube videos and they said it was okay. Now that we have that done, now that I've thoroughly ruined the miniature that we just spent the last almost 3 hours painting, now we're going to get just a little bit of mineral spirit. Just a tad. Just to dampen this sponge. And then we're going to just start cleaning. And oh boy, did I I overestimated. Whoops. Whoopsies. I love it. This Space Marine kill team is going to be so diverse. This is just Rusty McGee over here. That's what this guy's on. This is Rusty. That's gonna be his name on the kill team. His name's Rusty. Cause that is who he be. That is who he be now. He is super. Oh, that worked. Way too well. We're gonna have to brighten up that cami color again. Salty, yeah, so salty he didn't even bother to like maintain any of his gear. Okay, oh, never mind. We're getting it back. We're getting it back. Ha. Huh. We need a clean sponge. Yeah, this is the saltiest of dogs here. For sure he is the salt dog. The saltiest E3 of the Space Marine Corps, yes. 100%. When they say don't be that guy, this is who the safety brief was about. That's who this is. So now, as I'm, jeez, this got so rusty so quick. At least I know what it does now. Like I bought this. Oh, second award during Chow. Oh boy, takes naps on his rack, full armor, with just his boots hanging off. Facts. Still stays in power armor because he's too lazy to take it off. But manages to take his boots off though. That is who this is. That's who Rusty is. I'm gonna pick up some of all this other hoopla that's in here. Okay. I guess we're also gonna have to do some recess shading because that did not turn out the way that I wanted it. We're not using that. But now that we have some Wait. Before I do that, I need the actual. I need the brown. What could the brown do for me? That 13 mana hitting different. Facts. Alright. I need to get glass jars. So if you're gonna do oil washes and have oil washes, don't get plastic stuff. The plastic stuff gets like eaten up by the mineral spirits. I would say get some like glass containers and put your oil washes in there. It'll help in terms of the longevity of the container and also for the longevity of the wash that you create, because oil washes are fantastic. I recommend them over many other different types of washes. And now I need to find that brush I didn't like. There it is. And we just tap along the edges, and capillary action will ensue. And we're going to do this in pretty much every recess to help us define all of our recesses. Go figure. But it'll also allow us to give us a good foundation for when we apply our highlights, because we have strong shadows. And the nice part, oil washes are very forgiving, especially if you have some mineral spirits. Mineral spirits are kind of like the magical eraser of oil washes. So no matter how long the oil wash has been sitting there, as long as you have mineral spirits on hand, you can erase any mistake. It's very, very nice. Joined in June of 22, so still rates national defense and GWAT ribbons, making sure. Oh my god. Making sure them no ribbon January 23 boys say I, Lance Corporal. Oh no. Never participated in the GWAT. Wants to be treated as a senior Lance Corporal. Hiya. Hey, what's up, Gear? You know what these pieces you keep doing? I want to buy me a 3D printer to do something unique. Yeah, for sure. Like, get a 3D printer. I don't know. Like, I know the financial bit might seem a little bit daunting, but in terms of what you can get out of it, you'll make up your worth in 3D printing objects from like the 3D printer itself, right? So like if I buy what I mean is like if I buy a $500 printer, really liking the effects of the oil wash? Yeah, it's super satisfying. You have capillary action happening. What I'm saying though is like if I buy a $500, which that's not even like an entry level one, like an entry level 3D printer would be something like, like 280 bucks to get an Elegoo Mars 2 Pro. Right, you get an Elegoo Mars 2 Pro for 280 bucks. You will more than likely print out more than $280 worth of miniatures and other cool things that you've been wanting to print for a long time, because that's just how they are. There's the world of, oh god, the world of 3D printing is vast, and the things that you can make are also vast. Halo, Gears of War, yeah, you can. I actually have a friend of mine that has 3D printed the, like, it's a Master Chief like Xbox controller holder. I guess that's the word. Oh, and chess sets. Yeah, chess sets. I've actually sold. I have sold a 3D printed chess set before. Bought the files, printed it out, and I said, "Hey, here you go." And the customer was satisfied because it was a cool. It was like some. It was like a low poly. It was like a low poly chess set. Made a whole 25 bucks. Oh, that's why people call you Gear. Always wondered. That makes more sense. That makes way more sense, Gear. But is that... I mean... I don't want to say that's your defining feature, because I'm pretty sure that there are all sorts of other parts about you. Oh, by the way, if you're sitting in chat, and you're not following Gear, you're a variety streamer, right? Gear streams. And so if you're not following Gear, you should probably follow Gear. Follow Gear. He's he does all sorts of strumming stuff, and here we like to share the love. Following costs you nothing. So you might as well go show some support. It's kind of like trying to beat the algorithm. How like you see all the YouTubers and they say, you know, help me beat the YouTube algorithm by like, you know, liking and subscribing and all that stuff. Well, obviously here on Twitch, subscribing costs you money. But it's like liking videos. Following a Twitch streamer doesn't cost you anything. Rune Amen, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the kickback. Glad you could join us here. I'm just doing some recess shading after I kind of botched the other wash. It definitely gave a cool effect. Glad you could join us. Thank you for the follow.
Drink!
Oh, it's drinky time. Hold on, let me finish this one. Let me finish this line. Don't take that the wrong way. Let me finish up this one part of the legs before I forget, because I will forget. And that's welcome to my personality. There we go. Fill that in, fill that in. I just need to get this leg. I swear, I'm going to drink. I will drink. Calm down. Don't get mad at me. I got it. Okay, cool. I almost washed off the oil wash in the water cup. That would have been... Oh, shit. It appears I am out of beverage. I need to get new beverage. Actually, if my loving wife could get me another beverage. What are we making today? Well, Rune, we are doing some more... I guess we're doing more experimentation with making U.S. Marine or U.S. Space Marines. So that's what we're doing. So our first go around was this guy, and now we're at this point with this other guy. As you can see, they're very, very different. This guy's just going to be called Rusty, because I used rust streaks from NK Interactive, and I tell you what, if you want to get some good rust effects on your painted miniatures, this stuff is money. It was way more than I anticipated. Oh man, yeah, it definitely, it was white, and now it is very tinged. It was like, you know, a mottled white, and now he's just rusty. But I kind of like it. That's the thing, is that I like it. And he shall remain as such. I think also, now that I'm kind of looking at it more, having a distinguishing kind of tone and color in compared to the other Assault Intercessor when I'm playing Kill Team will help me figure out who is what on the field. So I don't know what this guy's name's going to be, but I know this guy's going to be called Rusty. So there you go. I need good names. I need good names for these Space Marines. Anybody has any recommendations? Hello. Oh. Can't name for shiz. Hold on. We have a choice here, folks, of what I'm going to drink next. Nice part about beer is that you can interchange them. Option 1, we have what we've been drinking already. We have Poolside Blonde from La Quinta. Or we can drink what we drank last night, which was Hazy Scandal from Black Plague Brewing Company. This is a hazy IPA. This is just a blonde ale. The second one, Scandal, Hazy Scandal. Or should we do a poll? Should we just do a lovely poll? Sure, let's do a poll.
How you doing? I'm gonna drink whatever you want.
Wow. God bless. All right, polls up. It's running. Make your votes. Do the thing that you do.
Russ, you're so chonky.
And while we are waiting for the poll to be concluded, we have a Russ. We have a happy boy and my wife.
He's so chonky.
He is a chunky boy.
I love handles.
He's still got love handles. Oh, he's a fat boy. All right. But yeah, let's see how we looking. How we looking on the poll right now? Everybody wants me to drink the hazy scandal. Looks like we got about, what was that, another 20 seconds left. I don't think we're gonna get a massive swing in this vote, but oh, we got 4. Got 4 and we have a winner. Of course, it's Hazy Scandal by unanimous decision. Hun, I want you to look at the difference between the two models.
One looks like you threw it in mud.
Yeah. It was the rust streaks. Dude. Huh, I don't know.
I spilled the soda, okay?
What?
I spilled soda on my pants.
Oh. What you doing, silly boy? Let's pour ourselves some hazy scandal. Flawless victory. Lehman Russ talks shit. Hey, what's going on? You know, funny part, Mr. Lehman Russ talks shit. See that dog? His name is also Lehman Russ.
Okay.
Welcome in. Welcome into the stream. Glad you could join us. Feeling done with school? Yeah. There you go, hon. The other beer. The wife gets the other beer. Yep, that's old Lehman Russ. Isn't that right, Bubba's? Ain't that sweet boy? Oh. It's like you never drank water before.
He drinks so much water.
I mean, he's not on camera. All right, here, I'll turn this off. We'll put the Bubba's. If you want to see some more of Russ, there are some channel points you can redeem. But yeah, how you doing? How you doing, Lehman Russ? Do you prefer Lehman or do you prefer Russ? What do you prefer, Lehman Russ, or is it like a pimp named Slickback where you got to say the whole thing? Ah, lovely. There we go. I have fulfilled my drink from the PA Dutchman. Continuing on with recess shading. That's what we were doing. Oh, let's see. I'm a Dark Angels player. Named my account ages ago when I was a 40k lore noob and thought Space Wolves were cool. I still appreciate a few Space Wolf characters like Bjorn the Fell-Handed, Logan Grimnar, and Ironhelm, but Dark Angels are number one. You know, I'm not like the craziest fan of Space Wolves, but I was trying to figure out what to name Russ, and all I can think of is that when we got him, it's like, oh, he's he's a blue-nosed pit who's got gray fur. Oh, Lehman Russ talks shit. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate you. But it's like he's a blue-nosed pit with a gray coat, and what else is blue-gray? Right? Good old space woofers. So I was like, well, I guess he's just gonna be Lehman Russ. He's also just a derpy boy, so, you know, that's another part. He's loyal. He doesn't talk much, which is not a very Lehman Russ thing. Lehman Russ is very bombastic, but Russ is a very quiet. As you saw him on screen, his default mode is just not talking. I don't know if that is because he's plotting my demise or it's just because there's nothing upstairs. Sometimes he looks at you like you owe him lunch money, and then the other half of the time, just no one's home. I don't get it. Still love him to death, though. He's a good boy. He's one of the sweetest boys. Anyway, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Thank you for coming in, dropping by. I'm going like overly ham on this recess shading. I need to get the hands. All of the joints. Okay. Recess shading can take a long time, but it is worth it in the end. As I don't know, I always feel rushed when I try to do this, especially on stream, because I feel like everyone at home is just like, just do it already! Just do it! It's the whole magical owl thing, you know? Everyone just assumes that painting and art is, you know, draw 2 circles and then owl. Which, if you are a subscriber, we now have the paint the magical owl. We have the paint the owl emote, which is available. So for tier 1 subscribers, go ahead, enjoy. It also just makes fun of like Pinterest how-to videos. or how-to posts. If you've seen, I've seen a lot of those. I was actually looking at some today while I was waiting to get my haircut, and some, I swear, they're just like, this is how you do a nice blended red. First you start off with brown and then red, and it's like, that's not how that works. You lie. Also, I was just sitting there for a long time. I was sitting at the barbershop for I swear I was sitting there for like an hour and a half. I don't know if anybody else has encountered, like, I care about what barber I go to. I don't know if you guys in chat are the same way. Like, do you care about the barber that you guys go to? And are you a frequent flyer of said barber? Or do you just walk into a barbershop and you'll just take whoever is going to take you next? Because I am in the strong opinion of, you need to, it's like people you don't mess with is like your tattoo artist, your barber, and what was it? Oh geez, like, I want to say your tax consultant. I don't know if that's what I want to say though. There's a third one. I feel like I'm missing one. This is not the brush I want to use. That's the brush I want to use. Or am I just the weird one that like feels like I need to stay loyal to a barber? Because some dudes, like, they don't care. They'll just go to whoever. And I was like, yeah, I can't do that. That's not. I care about my hair. Am I the weirdo? Come on. Yeah, I think so. That AK Rust stuff was way too much. But that's the fun part of experimentation. Ah, all right. While that's drying, other things that I can talk to you about. I guess while we're here, if you haven't joined the Discord, you should definitely join the Discord. Exclamation Discord in chat. Let me close that out. There we go. There you go. And then if you also want to see nice pretty shots of the things that we've painted on this channel, then you can go put in exclamation point IG in chat and that'll bring you to my Instagram page. And what's the other one? IG, Discord. Why am I blanking on this? I set all this stuff up and then I don't remember. I feel like I'm saying it so much. And YouTube. Yes, I have a YouTube channel where I post all of the previous live streams that we've done. I also have it here on Twitch. So if you want to see it there, then by all means. I'm going to take off these gloves. Blah. Yeah, we do all sorts of miniature painting. We also do some 3D printing work. I am working on trying to get a new um, a new camera so that I can have a nice camera to replace this one that's up here, so that I can not have it like right in front of my face and I can just use like a lovely zoom function on the lens. But that is a ways off from the moment. So, but if you'd like to help with that, you can do things by following, subscribing, uh, giving a lovely little tip. All those things go towards the channel, giving out some, sending bits, whatever you'd like to do that that you would like to do to help to support this channel. I highly appreciate it. But as we are sitting here waiting for things to dry, let me just show you some of the stuff that we have been painting. The big stream, I like to say, is on Saturdays, but sometimes I feel like Sunday is a pretty good one. So as of right now, we have been painting this one. And this is the one that I painted last week. So we were trying some different ways of getting color, and as you can see, we have a completely different result thanks to AK Rust Streak stuff. So I think it's cool though. Definitely gives off that rusty vibe if you need a rusty vibe. So those are fun. Also, fun things that we have painted. We painted this yesterday. This lovely Miramor and Banshee. That, because it's spooky month, and so we're painting spooky things. Whee! There's just some parts I wasn't extremely happy with, but overall, I think the model looks great. And we have another model that we're going to paint up next Saturday. It's probably, I think, here it is. Here you are. You see it under some different lighting, but you really dig today's paint job. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll take a nice, studio lighting photo of the two Space Marines just to see where we're at. But yeah, so I mean, this is a close to what this looked like. It was like this, and now it's like this. The only thing that is different is that the blue that I used underneath was Cloudburst blue from Army Painter Speed Paint instead of High Lord blue. This is High Lord, this is Cloudburst. But everything else is the same. I think I have a different method of how I want to do it for next week for this particular model, but that will have to wait till next week to get there. But this one turned out lovely. The bleeding eyes, the whole shebang. It came out great. So that is what we have been doing this past time. Also, if we hit 100 followers, we're gonna continue painting the tree. So. And if you don't know what the tree is, oh god, I got some lie. Here's the tree. We've been painting this fella. So if you want to see more of this getting painted, then help us with our goal of hitting 100 followers, which we're 4 away. 4. That's it. We're so close. But yeah, to continue painting this tree, and then there's also the base that is associated with it. The next part of this tree that we're trying to get is like the runes and everything, and try and getting them to glow. And then applying some final highlights and stuff like that. And then it's on to the base, and then we will have it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it after, though. That's the big thing. It'll be a lovely display piece. But, who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do with it? So if you want to see this big boy painted up some more with some more glow effects, then help us hit 100 followers. 4 away, guys. 4 away. Let's see if we are dry here yet. I think there's still some spots that are drying. Let's get a just blow some air on it. That's how that works. Just to get everything to kind of dry up a little bit. Woo, we're getting there. Come on. Come on. Highlighting this up is going to be a lot of fun. Which we only have about a half hour left. That's why I'm trying to like dry this up as much as possible, so that we can actually get to a point where we can actually get to highlighting this thing. But other than that, here we go. Come on, get in there. I just want to absorb up all of that little bit of paint that's in there. But I think we can do highlights without getting into that section. So we can worry about the blade. We can worry about the gun. We can the blade, the chain sword, and then also a lot of the other like here, and here. Yeah. So let's do some highlighting. Let's do it. Get off that. There we go. All right. So for our highlights, we are going to first off, we're going to use some bone white that I have here on the palette already. I'm going to dilute it a little bit with some water. Get a nice watery consistency. And speaking of water, I need to actually put some more on my wet palette because I'm a goober. Unlike Goobertown Hobbies, I'm just a goober. I'm a goofy goober. Forgets to get his wet palette wet. Also, being out here in the desert kind of sucks. So. Alright, so first we apply a nice, nice edge. Just gonna slowly but surely just come across, just a little tickle, and we're gonna repeat action because instead of there being a 90-degree angle, there's two 45s, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. Just making it all nice. It's not super clean, and I don't want it to be super clean. This is rusty. We've established that this guy is rusty, and he is just kind of a shitbag. So and of course my paint is already dry. just going to flip this over. I don't want to try and get my acrylic brushes mixed in with my oil brushes. Put a little bit of retarder here on the paint palette. And I also need a bit of this Lamy and medium. These are always good things to just have on your wet palette. A bit of retarder, a little bit of cheap Lamy and medium, just to help you dilute your stuff. Get some of that and mix that in. Alexa, stop. That's the reminder. It's time to feed the dog. Of course, it has to go off every time I start streaming. But that's like the best time to start streaming. It's the only time I'm like really available, you know? Yep, and there it goes off on my phone to remind me it's time to feed that Doge. There we go. And then we are going to just highlight this little bolt, I guess. I don't know, this little nub. I'm pretty sure it's just supposed to be like the little nut that's like the axle for the gear in which turns this. So I will hit the I believe on it. Edge highlight. I'm gonna edge highlight the pauldrons, shoulder pads. I like to call them pauldrons, but people call them shoulder pads. Shoulder pads makes it sound like he's playing football. Pauldrons make it sound like he's going to war. So I figured pauldron, probably a better term. Which historically is what it's called. So I'm going to go with history on this one. You going to take off? All right. Take it easy, PA. Thanks for coming by. Get the inside of the pauldron here. Oh, it's time to drink. All right, I'll have a drink. Hold on, let me finish this edge highlight. And then I will drink. I think we're going to have to save the rest of this for next stream, everybody, but that's okay. It's took us 2 streams for the last one, but the fact that we've started the edge highlighting process is good. We've gotten slightly faster. Also, we've had a lot of mucking about, so drinking some beer. Drink some beer. Cheers. All right. Going back to what we were doing though. Applying edge highlights. Huzzah. like it's the final stretch, and I just want to put my head down and kind of focus on what I'm doing, but I also want to talk to people that are hanging out in chat. It's hard to do both. It's the whole talk and chew bubblegum at the same time. Edge highlight. Edge highlight. You know, I have to say, since I've started streaming, I've been able to paint so much. Being able to get through my backlog and projects that I wanted to do, and some people might say painting 2 miniatures a day is not enough, which in some way I kind of agree with you, but or not 2 miniatures a day, two miniatures a week, right? Doesn't sound like a lot, but it was a lot more than what I was doing before, which is like a miniature a month. And I would just get bogged down with the idea that I was never going to get through it, and then because I was never going to get through it, I was like, I'm not even going to start. And now I have a reason to start every week. All right. The music got so calming and relaxing. I was like, I want to play trap music, and then it just got super calm and relaxing. I don't understand it. I'm just gonna go back to synthwave next week. Just let's see here. The knee joint is always the hardest part. All right. Well, that was a lot. That was a lot of retardant. I get every single knuckle joint there. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. All right. I think we're coming close to an end. I'm getting hungry. And I want to have dinner. And it's getting that time. Also, as some would say, it's a school night. And I do need to go to bed at some point. But before we do that, we are going to raid someone tonight. But I'm just going to finish this real quick. We will transition over to the end screen. I will give my final little shout outs and blahs blahs. And then we will call it a night. So, okay. We're gonna leave him there for right now. I think he's got to dry a little bit more for us to continue on with the edge highlighting. There's still more oil washes that are gonna dry. And that's the thing about oil washes. As great as they are, they take a long time to dry. So we're gonna let it dry for, I guess, for the week, which is more than enough. More than enough time for it to dry. It only needs like a couple hours, and then we will continue on with this probably next Sunday. Wednesday is still going to be the stream, so that will be the 3D printing stream where we go over. I'm going to support some more 3D print files. Support some 3D print files for more of Tommy's Raiders, which is an orc kill team that I've been 3D printing. So we're gonna do some more of those, and then or we might do something else. I don't know. I might actually have all the files supported. Who knows? But let's go over to the end. The end. But yeah, it has been a good time. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm so glad that you all who are still sitting with me here, thank you so much for sticking with us. We're gonna party on out of here. Let's see who is available for raiding. Who is streaming right now? Who's streaming?
Thank you, Zakura, for the tier 1.
No, I don't care. Nope, not you. Shush. We're gonna raid Thunderhead Studio. Thunderhead Studio is a great guy. Hangs out in the chat every once in a while. Yeah, we're gonna raid him. If you like mechs and you like 3D designing and 3D printing stuff, then by all means, we're gonna raid Thunderhead Studio. So I hope you like the show. I hope you liked everything that you've seen today. So I will see you next time on Wednesday. See you then.